do we find winning e-commerce products? How do we come up with the ideas? But then also, how do we spot check those ideas to make sure there's enough sales volume in the markets to last many years to come? Check it out. So in this video, I'm going to go through how to find winning products. So I talked about the criteria, what we're looking for to launch a winning long-term successful product and brand. I've shown through how to find winning suppliers, and now I want to show through how to find winning products themselves. And that means coming up with the ideas, finding an actual product that you can sell. So, how to find winning products? Oh, fucking hell. Excuse the language. Products. Wow. Okay. So, first one we've got here. Again, similar to finding suppliers as well. This is where like your experience and intuition comes in. So you don't want to shortcut this, because having found tens of winning products myself and seeing probably another 100 products launched in the agency, there's a lot of magic, there's a lot of intuition that comes in here. So don't try and shortcut it. But here's some of the criteria, or here's some of the ways you can find winning products. So the first one is going to be everyday life. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, what I mean by this is in your day-to-day, there's certain products you're using. Certain products are private label. I think of it like nearly all products start off at private label, barring inventions. So you're going to come across things that you're using. Now, you might not realize they're products that are sold in China or sold in factories near you even, but they are. And once you open your eyes to that, you will start to see. So I'm going to give you an example here. And that is if you're in a cafe, right? Okay. So you're in a cafe, and what products are in a cafe? So first up we've got is coffee. We've got cups. We've got cutlery. We've got, I don't know if plates considered, I don't think so. Plates or dishware. We've got chair. We've got table. What else have we got? We've got signage. We've got coffee machine. Coffee machine, yeah. We have got, what else have we got? Cups, coffee, doors, paint. Okay, so that maybe is a good example. Is there anything I might have missed there? Okay, so a couple more ones. We've got signage. We've got storage. We've got toiletries, obviously. Okay, so this is just spitballing off sitting in a cafe. What's the product you're using? So these are all very viable products, and I'm going to go through them each one by one. And the why I'm going to go through them each one by one is because I want you to understand, based on the criteria in the last video, how I'm seeing it, and hopefully that's helpful to you. So if I look at coffee, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for USP. Okay, and I'm going to use that word quite broadly. So if we've got coffee, is that something that we can put a USP around? Is that something where we can differentiate ourselves in branding, in packaging, in product itself? Well, for sure with the coffee, we can differentiate the product. You know, there's no doubt about that. We for sure can do packaging. Oh, Christ. If I can get good at writing on this board, maybe that will be helpful. Packaging. Oh, I just done the exact same thing. Anyway, packaging and branding. So you would say, so these are all definitely, if I can take out that, USP-able, I would say. So coffee is one for sure. Now when we go into cups, Cups is a little bit, I would say, so I'm going to write P. I'm going to just do this because it's going to take a longer time. P, B. So is the product? Not really. I would say it's quite difficult. I do know of, let's say, Simple Modern that do cups and mugs and stuff. More so they do the flasks though. So I think it can be done. Would it be something I would want to do from a product packaging and branding? Not really. Cups are hard to differentiate. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to X this. I'm going to write yes here. I'm going to X this. The next one, cutlery, P, P, B. And I'm also going to say not really. Again, you can do design changes perhaps to cutlery and make it look good, but it wouldn't be something I would be a fan of. So I'm going to say based on this equals X. Plates. Again, I'm going to go very similarly here. I think you could probably differentiate based on design, but that is not an area that I like to differentiate. I know people that do, so I'm going to say X. Is this USPable for me? Because obviously it's got to be about you. It can't be this like generic, like objective. Some products are going to suit you better than other people. That's just the way it is. The chair. So we've got P, P, B. So on the chair, can you differentiate the product? I would say yes. I would say yes. The reason I would say yes is because it might be, for example, an office chair. And if it's like an office chair, or it could be a dining table chair, there's things that will go into that. So it might be support. Is it supportive? What else have we got here? Is it strong? I'm going to write design as well, because I feel like while I might not be someone that could do design, like in terms of artistically, if you give me an office chair, I'm pretty sure I could do a design on that, because I sit in office chairs all the time. I have a feeling for it, I have an intuition for it. So I would say on these, for sure. Packaging, maybe not. And then branding, yeah, I think so. So I'm going to say here, this one gets a tick. Okay. Table. I mean, maybe if it's a desk, so P, P, B. Maybe if it was a desk, it could work. But I would say no, because I just don't, unless again it was an office desk, but it's not a table, so I'm gonna say no here. Just to, signage for sure. I mean, there's just like, I've seen big businesses doing signage. I do think a lot of it comes into branding, because the signage is the product. Now, of course, you could probably make a really cool product as well, but packaging, not, it's gonna matter. So I would say yes here on signage. We're talking like, to me when I think of signage, I think of like the name of the store, and then you've got like the light on the outside that spells it, or it's the, yeah, things like that, or signage like that. I think that also works. Coffee machine, by the way, we're getting absolutely screwed up here with this. I'm gonna bring this down here. Sorry about this. Coffee machine, P, P, B. And I'm gonna say product. Can you make the product better? It's more difficult. Can you make the packaging? Not gonna matter, packaging on a coffee machine. And then the branding. Yeah, I would probably stay away from this, even though I'm a big fan of coffee, just because I know electronics, I know there's big brands in the niche. So it's probably one where I would stay away from. Okay, so now if we come down to, hopefully you're able to still follow this, storage. So this might be storage units, etc. So we've got P, P, B. I'm just going to say no on this one, because I just feel like it's so hard to differentiate. Storage is kind of a commodity for me. So I'm gonna just say no on this, because I just don't think you can, packaging's not gonna matter clearly. It's not a gift, it's gonna be out of the packaging pretty soon. And then the branding, of course, is, yeah, it's gonna be different. I'm just gonna say no here, okay? Toiletries, I'm gonna say no as well, because I just think, I don't have any passion behind it, you know? Equals X. Okay, so where does that leave us then? So we have, I'm going to underline this maybe in blue, maybe make it a bit easier. So we got this one here, coffee. We got the chair, I like that one, something about it. We got the signage. And then we also got none of these. So we've got the coffee, the chair, the cups. No. So we've got coffee, chair, and signage. So these are ones to me that would stand out. And obviously this is just from sitting down in a cafe, you know, but these are the things I would look at. These are the things that maybe are interesting or I would feel some sort of passion behind. Maybe as I'm going through this, there's some things that you would actually like, maybe the table. Again, if that was an office table, I would feel some way about it, you know. Also launching products into markets that maybe is not as developed. Obviously United States, a high volume for most things, but very competitive. You know, if you're launching into smaller countries, maybe it's in Europe, maybe it's outside of Europe. Some of these things that maybe seem like very obvious are actually not that well developed over there, you know. Again, I just came up with this PPB thing here, but it makes sense. This is exactly how I'd look through it when I was doing it. Okay, so what have we got next? So we have got everyday life. Okay, so again, a little bit abstract there, but what I'm going to do here is put in number 2 and 3. So I'm going to rub this out. Okay, so I'm just going to leave cafe there just as a memory. The next one is going to be Amazon.com. Okay, so I kind of kept it a bit high level at the start, but now I want into the more specifics. Amazon.com. There's a couple of areas here. One that people talk about, or at least they used to talk about. Movers and shakers. Why is this good? Because this is the category on Amazon where you can Google this and it will come up. So it's movers and shakers. Where new products, or like trending products, I'd say. Trending products, so movers and shakers. Outside of this, again, you know me, I like to keep it very simple. Browsing, just like browsing Amazon. Let yourself go down the rabbit hole on it. You know, I think there's like 400 million, at least there was before, maybe 500 million now, products on Amazon. You're just looking for one. You're not looking to like compete with Procter & Gamble, etc. You're just looking for a niche or as an area where you can create something and add value, you know. Now, with these, what are you going to do? You're going to want to use Jungle Scout, perhaps. So hold on, let me. Because, okay, we've got the idea creations or ideation part, but we need to know what the numbers are. So sales data, etc. You're probably wondering how my sales data. We have got Jungle Scout. We have got Helium 10. And you also have, which is what we use, Data Dive. So what are you going to get in these? You're going to get the sales data. So you're going to get sales, you're going to get reviews, you're going to get bestseller ranking. But what we're really looking for is to see how many units these are moving. So maybe we've came up with some ideas here. We've had a look around Amazon or our everyday life. How do we spot check those ideas? So you're going to use these, you know, one of these. And this will give you the estimates for the sales. I think it's pretty close as far as I know. And that way you can say, okay, this product sells 1,000 units a month, 500 units a month, maybe 20,000 units a month. So this is to give you a good idea what the volume is in those markets. So that's Amazon.com, very simple. And the last one here I'm going to say is Google Trends. Because let's say your everyday life, you see products, you see something interesting. There's no volume, or maybe there's a little bit of volume on Amazon. Let's say it's doing, I don't know, 300 units a month. But you're like, I think this is up and coming. So I would go to Google, if my marker works, or Google Trends, and have a look at what's happening here. Because it might be, as you'll see on Google Trends, you can set it over like 20 years, let's say. Let's just say 2000 here, and then we've got 2025, and we've got our volume here on the wall. So it might be something like this, you know. Let me get the other color just for the contrast. It might be doing something like this. And then you might be looking at it, you're like, okay, the volume is kind of okay, but like what's going on? And you might notice it going, you might notice the trend increasing, you know? And that would be a telltale sign then to go, okay, maybe not a lot of other people are seeing this, but I've just found something that's about to move. And this would be the perfect scenario for getting a product into that market and the perfect scenario for creating a brand around it. So again, as you know, trying to keep it very simple, but this is exactly how I would find a winning product today. This is how we do it. And over time, your intuition is going to get better. You know, there's no perfect scenario, but you're going to find after you launch 1, 2, 3 products, 5, 10 products, you've got a strong intuition on this. That's where experience comes in, and that's what makes you good at the game. So enjoy, have some fun at this level, and I'll catch you on the next one.